Well, this is some video of Hurricane Hanna, which its outer bands and eye are pounding the South Texas coast right now. The Category 1 hurricane is producing large waves across the coastline around Padre Island. Hanna has made landfall just about 75 miles south of Corpus Christi in the last hour, and it'll continue to move inland into northeastern Mexico over the next day or so. The latest advisories have the storm's strength up to 90 mile per hour sustained winds and gusts up to 115 miles per hour. Now, the storm has quickly strengthened over the last couple of days, becoming a high-end Category 1 hurricane. Category 2 would start at 96 miles per hour. We can take a look at satellite imagery and can see quite a clear picture of the intensity of this storm. All these darker cloud colors means very cold, very high, very strong clouds there. And you can even see over the last 12 hours or so, we've seen it moving inland, and the eye has actually cleared out pretty clearly there. While some of the storms have weakened, we can see just a few towers there right at the end of the loop. These are more storms that are starting off growing taller, so it still has some pretty significant strength. Now, the winds are only around 90 miles per hour, but when we have a deeper pressure field, that usually means that we can have a faster wind with this. So as we see this storm, it's been moving in over the last 12 hours or so, very circular eyeball. Just in the last hour, like I said, we've seen it make landfall just around the Padre Island area here in Kennedy County. So already some flood warnings there along the coast, really high waves and a lot of rain and the high winds all compounding. We've got hurricane warnings and even tropical storm warnings inland for parts of South Texas. Fortunately, though, we don't have to deal with anything tropical, but we are going to be seeing a fair amount of rain for ourselves in the coming days. First off, we're looking at the temperatures in the 90s across the area. Compound that with the dew point, we've got heat index values well over 100, so the air itself feels pretty tropical, and even though we've got those dew points right now in the 70s. Over the next several days, though, fortunately, we've got a cold front coming through. That'll bring our temperatures down, knock down the dew points as well. So we'll have a stormy transition day on Sunday. Then Monday, Tuesday, we get a little bit more sunshine. It gets a little warm there, mid-80s by Tuesday. Another system coming through Wednesday and Thursday, though, bringing even more rain for our area, bringing the temperatures down to some places the 70s here in the Tri-Cities, maybe around 80 degrees. So a much more mild week ahead than what we've seen over the past couple of days. The severe weather risk today, though, we've got a marginal, so level 1 threat, so not going to be widespread, but we might see a couple of thunderstorms that could reach the severe criteria. That's going to be from southwestern Nebraska up through north central and northeastern Nebraska through the evening today. So looking at satellite and radar, we've got some of those storms across western Nebraska. They're starting to move through that marginal risk area. Right now across southwestern Nebraska, not a whole lot going on, but some here in Hitchcock County, just south of Stratton. We've got a weak thunderstorm there. A little bit stronger storms off towards our northern viewing area, just starting to move through the eastern parts of Cherry County. That'll move into Blaine and Rock County, or Brown County, excuse me, within the next hour or so. Looking through Futurecast, it's not really modeling these southern storms well. The stronger storms, as we saw, are a little bit farther north, but overall, they're going to be staying mostly out of the Tri-Cities area tonight. As we head into Sunday, though, we'll start to see a transition of that cold front coming through our area, and that'll bring the storms to our south. So notice how I sort of skip over our area. It's not looking like we're going to be seeing any intense thunderstorms here, but we could still see a lot of rain to our south and southeast as well. So we do have a few flash flood watches out across some of our very southern counties in northern Kansas there, and across in Dundee County as well. So severe weather risk tomorrow is also marginal. We're not going to be seeing widespread severe coming up. Overnight tonight, our lows are going to drop down into the 70s. Still pretty warm, but we'll have that cold front come through, and it'll keep our temperatures in the afternoon rather cool. It's into the 80s only, so not going to be quite as hot as we've seen today, but it will be much better later on in the week. Stick around, we've got more news coming up right after this.